So okay, so hello everyone, and today we'll discuss one more concept that is coming in the CSR net examination. Okay, so this concept is related to our nuclear physics, and in the nuclear physics we know that there is something semi-empirical mass formula which comes from the liquid drop model. Okay, so this semi-empirical mass formula or with Whittaker formula is like from this formula we are getting uh, questions in the CSR net exam. Okay, so for a mass, the mass of a atomic nucleus is consist of that is equal to the mass of a atomic nucleus is equal to ZMP. This is the mass of proton, and this is the number of protons, and plus Mn. This is the mass of neutron, and this is the number of neutrons, and this is the binding energy term minus Eb by c square. Okay, so this there are n number of neutrons in atomic nucleus, and there are n number of protons, and a is the atomic number. A is equal to n plus j, that is known as the atomic number, right? So this binding energy is nothing but we can write this as AB. As you can see, this EB is equal to AVA. So this AV is nothing but the volume energy term, that is coming from the volume energy, minus AS. This is the surface energy term, that is this is the surface energy term, and this is coming from the Coulomb energy. Okay, and this is the asymmetric energy term, and this is the pairing energy term. Okay, so this is the pairing energy term, this is the asymmetric energy term, this is the Coulomb energy term, and this is the surface energy term, and this is the volume energy term. Okay, and A is the atomic number, we know that. So this we I hope you guys know this formula. Okay, this is known as the semi empirical mass formula. So I am not going in details like to the volume energy, so surface energy, Coulomb energy, asymmetric energy, and this pairing energy. Okay, because you guys, this is the theoretical part, you guys must have known these things. Okay, so in this part, this is plus or minus, or that can be zero, this pairing energy term, and this AP is we can we know these values are already calculated. Okay, so this volume energy is around AV is equal to we have these terms already. AV is equal to, this is the that is up to 15.56 MeV, and my AS is equal to, that is the surface energy term, a 17.23 MeV, and this Coulomb energy part is 0.595 MeV, and this asymmetric energy part is this is around 23.2 MeV, and this is guys, this is 0.697. Okay, this is 0.697, and this parity energy term is, that is equal to like plus 12 MeV for if the and this is plus minus or 0. Okay, so if this is plus 12 MeV, that is plus for if for n is equal to so this is for a rho is equal, this is a p part, this is the pairing energy part, that is equal to plus 12 plus or minus 12 MeV, or that equal to 0. So this is plus for even for n even, and for a and z equal to odd, sorry, z even and n even, this is plus, and minus for n odd and z odd. Okay, this is minus and 0 for the odd even combination, 0 for odd and even combination. Okay, so uh, so we know this is the binding energy, this is the binding energy term. binding energy, and that is the semi-empirical mass formula. Okay, so from this semi-empirical mass formula, related to this semi-empirical mass formula, you will get some questions like this is questions for most stable nuclei. You will get questions related to most stable nuclei or most stable isobars and all. Okay, and second you will get like to find the Z by A ratio. Okay, so you will get some questions related to this empirical mass formula. So for most stable nuclei, the first case for most stable nuclei, let's see. So for most stable, we know that this binding energy EB, or that can be this can be equal to, we can write also B. So this most stable nuclei B, for most stable we know that dB by dz will be equal to 0 at z is equal to z0. At that particular z value, the dB by dz, the binding, the first derivative of the binding energy will be equal to 0. So we know that this B is equal to this much. So if I will do, I am just doing here, if I will do dB by dz of this term, I just see in the first two terms there are no z terms. So this the derivation of these two terms will be equal to 0 because we are taking the partial differentiation dou b by dou z. So dou b by dou z, if when you will take dou b by dou z, this the derivation of these two terms will be equal to 0. So and for the third term, that is the Coulomb energy part, the Coulomb energy part will get the derivation as minus AC by a to the power 1 by 3 2z minus 1. Okay, and if I am considering at z is equal to z naught, I am direct putting z naught here. Okay, so z is equal to z naught, and minus there is z in the only in the third and fourth term. So differentiating the third term, that is I am getting minus a, that is the asymmetric energy term, by a. Okay, a here 2 into 2 minus, sorry, I will get here, I am writing here. Okay, I will get minus a by a, here 2 a minus 2 z naught minus 2. Okay, because as you can see, this term is minus a minus 2 z square by a. So when I will derive this term, when I will differentiate this term, that will become the a minus, this will be equal to, okay, I will get 2a into 2a minus 2z, and the differentiation of this term will be minus 2, and here that's why at z is equal to z naught, I have written here z naught. Okay, that equal to, this whole term equal to 0, this whole term equal to 0. So I will get 0 here. So now just doing some arrangements here, I will get, by simplifying, I will get minus AC here, a 1 by 3, just I am writing down here one more time so you can get a clarity over here, a 2 a minus 2z naught minus 2 equal to 0. So after doing a little bit of simplification, I hope you guys can find out, writing these z naught terms in the left hand side, I will get 2z naught here, a by a to the power 1 by 3 plus 4a by a, and here I will get in the right hand side, just taking out the terms without having a z naught term, right hand side I got this much. Okay, this is the asymmetric term. So here after simplifying I will get z naught is equal to a, just a second, I will get z naught equal to z naught is equal to 4 AA, this is asymmetric AA, and this is plus AC a to the power minus 1 by 3 divided by 2 AC a to the power 2 AC a to the power 1 by 3 plus e to the power minus 1 by 3 here plus 8 a to the power into a to the power minus 1. Okay, this is minus 1 by 3 plus 8 a to the power minus 1. So you can remember this formula. By using this formula also I can find out the most stable nuclei, or if I will do a little bit more calculation over here, so I can get a simpler equation over here. Okay, so I will prefer the simpler equation over here, so formula over here, so that will be easier for me. Okay, so after doing a little bit of more simplification, I am not doing that because of insufficient of time. So uh, after doing a little bit of more calculation over here, I'll get, you can also do this a little bit of mathematics over here. Okay, I'll get z naught is equal to a by 2 plus ac by this term a into a to the power 2 by 3. Okay, this is the formula for the to find out the most stable nuclei. If I know the value of a, I can find out the most stable nuclei over here. Okay, so I am doing two example to find out the most stable nuclei, and one more I will do the z by a ratio, which was in the last previous year net question. Okay, so the question is for a is equal to 25, find the most stable nuclei. Okay, find the most stable nuclei. A is given, we have to find the most stable nuclei. Okay, so if I'll do this, I have a is equal to 25, so to find and we know AC, okay, so give me a second. Okay, we know that AC is equal to 0.714, and here AA is equal to 23.2 MeV, both are MeV. Okay, so if I'll divide AC by AA, you guys will see, we will find it as 0.015 MeV. Okay, so I can also substitute here directly. So the formula, now the formula becomes A. So I will suggest you to remember this formula. Okay, 0.015 a to the a 2 by 3. Okay, because this is AC by AA, so AC we know that 0.714 and AA is 23.2 MeV. So by dividing this I will get 0.015 MeV. So the formula I got here is this much. Okay, so no need to remember the values of AC, AA and all these things. And okay, it will be better if you guys will remember the values, but also you if for this kind of problems you don't have to remember the values of the volume energies in account Coulomb energy, asymmetric energy terms. Okay, so for this, if I will find z naught is a is equal to 25, right? So here a is equal to 25, 2 plus 0.015, here 25 to the power 2 by 3, right? So if I'll do by finding out this, if I'll do the little bit of mathematics, I will get z naught is equal to 12. So for the proton number Z is equal to 12, this is the stable nuclei. So this you will get, that is magnesium. Okay, so the option, there will be option having magnesium. Okay, and similarly, if I will see one more type of question, you will get, you can find out from this formula, is either to find out the most stable nuclei and to find out the, there will be question to find out the Z by A ratio, which was in the 2019 December question. So the A was given, that is A is equal to 64. For A is equal to 64, we have to find out the Z by A ratio. Okay, so as we can see, this is J, and also that is for the most stable nuclei, the atomic number A is equal to 64, find out the Z by A ratio. Okay, so as Z naught, as you can see here, Z naught by A is equal to 1 by 2 plus 0.015 A to the power 2 by 3. Okay, so see, as A is equal to 64, I can find out here 64 to the power 2 by 3. So 64 is nothing but 4 powers 3. So here I got 4 square, that is equal to 16. So here if I'll do a little bit of mathematics over here, 0.015 into this is 16. Okay, so here I will get around the value 0.45. There is a option 0, there is an option in the question, and that is 0.45. So this will be my answer. Okay, so you can approach these questions if you will remember only this formula, or you can remember also this formula, A by 2 plus this one. Remembering this formula is easy, so using this formula you can find out the most stable nuclei, or and there will be question, you will see Z by A ratio. This type of these two type of questions are coming in the CSIR net questions. Okay, so thank you.